Well, folks, we're here at a day at the range with the brand new USA made S35vn pillar from SOG. A brand new fixed blade that they have produced that's basically, I think, kicking the butt of the SOG Seal Pup in every way, but still in that same vein of being a field knife. And I think this is going to be a great knife for those of you who are either in the military or you're just looking for like a field knife, tactical blade, and that type of vein of a blade, and you dig this kind of profile, but you want USA made, and you want premium, you want Kydex, you want micarta, you want full tang, all those things. That's what the pillar has to offer. We're gonna discuss that today. I've been running it not only on my battle belt, but also we're gonna have some time out in the woods with this thing and just do all from the tactical to the practical with this blade. So let's go ahead and jump to it and see what SOG is producing in their US factories. All right, the sheath is one of the other great things that I like about it, is because it's low profile and it's not nylon. So many companies make a great knife and a bogus sheath. That is not the case with this knife. Sheaths are just as important as the knife itself. So what we got here is extremely low profile, but we have really nice, lashing points that not only we can do blade tech locks, and these are the new blade tech locks with that nice door option there, and just a little push button with a lock, so it's a little bit easier. It will not run through MOLLE. That is something to consider for those of you who do a lot of MOLLE. You may want to do a MOLLE tab in that case, but ambidextrous on either side. We got a drainage hole, and then we got a great little thumb ramp right here with some jimping. Pulls that blade right out, clicks it right back into place. Very minor rattling. You can run that thing upside down all day, and then you got that really good quick pull for the knife. So I'm very pleased with the very low profile, good molded plastic sheath that they're offering on this knife. Now the handle is awesome on this design. We have a full tang construction. SOG doesn't do a lot of full tang, exposed tang designs. They're usually enclosed with either some form of polymer plastic or glass reinforced nylon. So that's awesome, extra strength there. We have micarta handle scales, really well done. I like the color on it. They're kind of like a green black. Really nice. They're flush with the spine, which is another good aspect. We have an exposed pommel with some jimping and a lanyard hole out the back, so you could absolutely do a non-lethal like that. And if you're holding it in a reverse grip, you can really get a good grip right there and get that launched in. Now all the angles are really machined well. There are no hot spots, and I was actually really surprised, particularly in the woodscraft area, because usually with knives of this type, there are some hot spots because they're designed to be held in either a reverse grip or hammer grip and stabbed with or slashed with, and that's about it. But this one was extremely ergonomic, which was really surprising to me. I can't really describe it, just the cut-ins, how they did it. I got a great guard right here. I locked into place, and I was able to get right up close if I need to, and even get into this area right here, which I don't think is designated as a finger choil, but man, I can get my index finger in there all day, work with it, which is awesome. I got nice blocky jimping, so it's not sharp and painful, but it does give me that really good traction. So again, if I'm using it in a hammer grip stab, I'm super locked in. And then again, in a reverse grip, bam, I'm locked into place. But yeah, guys, I mean, I was shocked with the ergonomics, because usually with knives of this style, it's painful. To do woodscraft in particular, to do feather stick making, carving, you can do like one or two and then you're done. You're like, wow, my hand's aching. Not the case with this knife. They did a fantastic job giving you not only traction for tactical, but also very good ergonomics for the practical aspects of around a campsite or woodscraft. So as you guys have seen in this video, just have beat the ever-loving crap out of this pillar. Really wanted to thrash on it, make sure it was a knife worth owning. And for, about $200, it better be worth it. And I can say and stand behind it that I cannot say enough good things about this knife. SOG has done a fantastic job with this design, bringing this to the US market, to the US manufacturers, and making it in the US with the most premium stuff, some of the most premium stuff on the market right now, which is really cool. I don't see that they skimped anything, cut corners in design or materials, which is awesome. Now the blade itself, and as you've seen in the performance, fantastic with that overall from handle to tip 5 inches. Full tang construction with a thickness of 0.16, which is awesome. I love that they went with that, not 3/16. Knives of this size and style do not need to be overbuilt. It weighs in at 7.36 ounces, so under 8 ounces, plus the sheath. You're looking at about 11 ounces with the sheath there. You have kind of two staining, or two different types of not only satin, and then you got kind of stonewash here on the blade. I would love to see like a blacked out version in the future. Would be awesome to see. Maybe tiger striping. I'd pay another $20 for that, just to get that on the blade. The S35vn steel is phenomenal, and I love it. Really resharpened fantastically well. For a field steel, it's awesome. I can easily tune it up with my kit, with my field kit. 90-degree spine, so you're going to be able to scrape wood, throw sparks, do whatever you need to with the overall design. With that clip, you're going to get great stabbing capability, penetration for tactical use, and we'll be able to get good work done as well in the field, as we have discussed, which is just awesome to see. The field capability, not just a tactical capability with this knife. This really is a master of every trade that I have thrown at the pillar. And I think it is going to be a pillar in their US market as they go forward in their US products that SOG is releasing. I think it's really going to be the pillar that holds that line up, and will be, see a lot of spin-offs and designs coming down the line. So blade side, guys, fantastic. Can't say enough good things of being that overall utility field knife. So have to run the pillar up against the SOG Seal Pup, not necessarily in quality, because the quality is definitely on the side of the pillar, but just in design, because they're so similar. But just want to touch on some things. So if you have the SOG Seal Pup and you're like, oh my gosh, I finally get to upgrade to a US, much higher quality field knife, just want to show you what you're getting and what you can expect. Basically, you're going to get almost the exact same blade length. You're going to get that deeper, basically a choil, if you will. You're getting more of kind of like a drop clip point, whereas on the SOG Seal Pup, you have that really big, huge sweep up. We have much more on the pillar of kind of a more level, I guess, clip. Not much, but it's noticeable. You can see it there. Still got some of those basic cutouts that you would expect, very similar, to what the original SOG Seal Pup has, but you don't have this guard to mess around with. You either kind of have to lock here, or you have to kind of go here or choke up further. In this hump back here, the guard kind of tends to get in the way on the Seal Pup. That's not the case on the pillar, because it's just a flush system right there. So ergonomically, right in this area, both top and bottom, it feels better for finer woodscraft and that type of a thing. And then obviously the full tang versus the enclosed full tang that we have here, the exposed tang, micarta, USA made, obviously all that type of stuff. So just very similar in its profile, but way better on the quality level on the pillar in its materials, and I think in its overall design. So after having discussed it against the SOG Seal Pup, just want to run in some other field knives that are out there just for you to kind of consider. We talked about the SOG Seal Pup mostly for profile, not in quality, but I want to talk about quality versus the pillar on some of these other designs and just what you can expect. Now, you know, last year we did the Benchmade, and this thing is awesome. The Protagonist is a 4-inch fixed blade, 154 cm, Benchmade quality, full tang, exposed tang, you know, just like the SOG is. Comes with a great polymer sheath that offers lots of different lashing options, just like the SOG version. This thing is going to be about 130 bucks. Again, the SOG is going to be about 190, 180, 190, around in that area. Now, the benefit of the Benchmade compared to the SOG is that it's much lighter. It's almost half as light at about 4 ounces versus about 7.5 on the SOG. So it's half as light, and it is just a more compact overall design. But on the flip side, the SOG is going to have a much better steel. The S35vn is a much higher quality steel that will hold its edge a lot longer and work with easier. It has a much better, larger ergonomic handle as well. So you're getting more performance depending on what you're looking for, whereas the Protagonist would be more lightweight and more concealable. The other one down here that I want to hit on is the Falkneven S1. Now this is a laminated VG10. It's going to be thicker, and it is going to be that, again, enclosed tang, not a fully exposed tang. And the polymer sheath is basically bogus. I do not like it. It's nowhere near in comparison to the other 3 knives on the table. They have way better sheaths. This one will be about 160. You can get the leather version sheath for about 180 to 190, about the same price as the pillar. Now, I like the S35vn steel better than the VG10 laminated. The ergonomics are slightly better for bushcraft on the S1, and the convex grind is a little bit better for bushcraft on the S1. Tactically, though, for more utility, tactical, self-defense role, the pillar will beat it out every time, and on blade steel performance. So technically, the S1 would be a little bit of a better bushcraft knife than the pillar, but in overall package, I think that the pillar offers more in every way on steel performance, better sheath, and for only a few, like $20, $30 more than what you would, and it's actually a thinner blade, so you will get that as well. It's going to weigh slightly less than the S1, but for purely bushcraft, the S1 will have a leg up in not only ergonomics, but also in blade performance because of the convex grind. So final thoughts on the blade. Well, as a field knife goes, I would say this is one of the best woods processor, bushcraft knives I've ever seen that is in the vein and idea of a field knife, but still gives you all the tactical capabilities you would want from a utility blade out in the field, you know, on the battlefield, whatever it may be, law enforcement, that type of use and application, as well as extremely high quality, very well built. So honestly, guys, if you like this vein and style of knife, I love the knife. It's a top blade for me. Totally dig it. Can't recommend it enough. Guys, so I hope this video has helped you out with your decision if this is the right knife to deploy in your systems. As always, check us out on all the relevant social media as well. It's always a great way to see what's up and coming. And always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared. We'll see you out there.